everybody, welcome back. I'm so excited that you have chosen to join me in journaling the caterpillars. So I have them right here, and so far today they've been crawling around the cup and they've been doing lots of eating and munching, so they're doing their job and getting big and strong. So before we look super closely at those caterpillars, I wanted to share a book with you that is going to help us learn about the life cycle before we start looking closely at the caterpillars. So while I'm reading this non-fiction book, echo back, non-fiction book, I am also going to be showing you some vocabulary words that we are going to be using throughout our journals, and these words are going to help us describe the stages of the life cycle. So I'm going to be asking you to echo back the words, and then they will also be popping up in the video as we come across them in our nonfiction book. So if we remember, nonfiction tells us real information. So everything that we are going to be reading today is going to be true information that is going to help us learn about the life cycle of a butterfly. So I am excited to share this book with you, and so we're going to get started reading. So Caterpillar to Butterfly is written by Laura Marsh. So friends, in a nonfiction text, a lot of times we have what is called a table of contents. Can you echo back? Table of contents. And the table of contents is a very helpful part of our text because it tells us what we are going to be reading about and where in the book we can find that information. So if we wanted to know the 4 stages of a butterfly, we know that that information will start on page 8. And each stage is going to have its own page. So stage 1 is the egg, and so that is on page 10. So the table of contents is a very helpful tool in a nonfiction text because it tells us what each part of the book is going to be telling us about, and also what page in the book we can find that information. So we're going to be starting at the beginning with a riddle on page 4. So let's get started. So I always want to read my heading, and on page 4 my heading is riddle. So what starts as an egg, then walks on many legs, and then uses wings to fly? What do you think, boys and girls? Yeah, it's a butterfly. And so now we're going to be learning about these beautiful butterflies. And beautiful butterflies is our next heading. Butterflies are fun to watch. They fly with loops and dives. Some even have bright colors. Some have bold patterns too. Look at all of these different butterflies, boys and girls. Look at all of the colors and patterns that they can have. Four stages. Now friends, we are going to be learning about the different parts of a life cycle. So we're going to be hearing some words that are going to be helpful for us while we journal. So if I ask you to echo back, say those words with me so that way we can keep them in our brain while we are journaling. It's also fun to watch butterflies change. They can change a lot in their short lives. In fact, there are 4 stages in a butterfly's life. Stage 1 is egg. Echo back, egg. Stage 2 is caterpillar. Echo back, caterpillar. Stage 3, this is a tricky word, chrysalis. Echo back, chrysalis. And stage 4 is butterfly. Echo back, butterfly. Awesome. So those are the 4 stages of a life cycle of a butterfly, and now we are going to learn about each one. So stage 1 is egg. A mother butterfly lays many eggs on a leaf or branch. Each egg is close to food. Caterpillar food, that is. And boys and girls, look at all of those eggs on a leaf. There are lots of eggs on that leaf. And this, boys and girls, is what we call a caption. Echo back the word caption. A caption tells us about the photograph. So this caption says Malayan egg fly butterfly. So this caption tells us what kind of butterfly we can see in this photograph. We have another caption on this side. Butterfly eggs come in all different shapes. And boys and girls, look at those different shapes for butterfly eggs. Stage 2 is caterpillar. So we know that our friends that we have in our cup are at stage 2. The tiny caterpillar bites a hole in the egg. It crawls out, and the caterpillar is very hungry. The caterpillar eats its shell. Then it eats the leaf it's on. The caterpillar moves to another leaf. It eats that too. So if we look closely in this photograph, we can see some caterpillars are already out of their eggs, and there are some caterpillars still in their eggs. And so when these caterpillars get out of their eggs, they're going to eat their eggs. And then we can see on this side too that after they eat their eggs, caterpillars do lots of eating of leaves. The caterpillar grows and grows. It gets too big for its skin. It sheds its old skin like a snake. The new skin fits for a while, but then the caterpillar is too big for that skin too. Caterpillars shed their skin 4 or 5 times. So boys and girls, if we look closely at this photograph, we can see that with this caption, we can see that this is a small white butterfly caterpillar. And that caption helped us because now we know what kind of caterpillar, what kind of butterfly this caterpillar is going to grow up to be. If we look over here, we can see the skin that this caterpillar shed. Can you echo back the word shed? So when a caterpillar sheds its skin, it takes the skin off of its body and then it grows a new skin. And so caterpillars do this 4 or 5 times while they are in this stage. So boys and girls, when we're journaling our caterpillars, one of the things that we're going to be looking for is the skin that our caterpillars shed. So we're going to be looking closely for that while we do our journals. Let's continue reading about the next stage. So stage 3, remember we always want to read our headings. Stage 3 is chrysalis. Echo back, chrysalis. Excellent. By now, the caterpillar is ready to rest. It hangs upside down. It sheds its skin one more time. So remember, it takes that skin off one more time. The new layer of skin is called a chrysalis. It is a hard shell. Inside, the caterpillar is changing. It stays in the chrysalis for 10 to 14 days. And if we look at our photographs and read our caption, we can see that these caterpillars are for monarch butterflies. So this is a monarch butterfly caterpillar. And boys and girls, we got to see a monarch butterfly at the beginning of the book. So this is a monarch butterfly. So this caterpillar, after it's in its chrysalis, is going to look similar to this butterfly. But before it's changed to that butterfly, it continues to make its chrysalis. It takes off its old skin until it has a chrysalis. So let's read that caption. So these are the stages of a caterpillar forming its chrysalis. So it starts by hanging upside down, and then it shakes its body to shed its old skin. And as it sheds, the chrysalis starts to form. And finally, when the chrysalis is done, this is what it looks like. So when our caterpillars are ready to change their stage into the chrysalis, we will be looking closely for changes that are similar to these. So that will be exciting to see. So stage 4 is butterfly. Echo back, butterfly. So the chrysalis moves and it splits open. The butterfly wiggles out. Its wings are wet and crumpled. So boys and girls, our caption tells us that this is a Julia butterfly. And this Julia butterfly just came out of its chrysalis. And its wings are wet. And its wings are crumpled. But we're going to find out what happens after the chrysalis is broken and the butterfly comes out. So blood pumps into the butterfly's wings. They get bigger and harden. The wings dry, and now the butterfly is ready to fly. Have a good trip, butterfly. So look closely at the wings of that butterfly. It comes out of the chrysalis like this, and then once its wings dry off and get a little bit harder with blood inside of them, they look like that, and then the butterfly is ready to fly. But I wonder where the butterfly goes. Let's find out. Time for lunch. A butterfly doesn't eat plants like a caterpillar. It has no mouth. A butterfly drinks nectar from flowers. Can we echo back that word nectar? Good. So nectar is a sugary liquid that is found inside flowers. It drinks juice from a fruit. A tube on its head works like a straw. So if we look closely at our photograph, we can see that butterfly landed on a flower and it's using its straws to help it drink nectar. That's so cool. Cool butterfly facts. Fact number 1. Butterfly wings are covered with tiny scales. Boys and girls, I didn't even know that before I read this book, so we're learning new facts together. Fact number 2. The world's smallest butterfly is the blue pygmy butterfly. It's the length of a pushpin from wing to wing. So it's about this big. That's so tiny. Look at that little butterfly. Fact number 3. Butterflies are found all over the world, except in Antarctica in the driest deserts. So that is the only habitat where butterflies do not survive. Butterfly fact number 4. There are about 17,000 kinds of butterflies in the world. That is a lot of butterflies, boys and girls. Fun fact number 5. Butterflies taste with their feet. They have taste sensors there. So they're using their feet to taste. Can you imagine, boys and girls, if we did that? If I used my foot to taste, that would be so silly. And fun fact number 6. The world's largest butterfly is the Queen Alexandra birdwing. It is as long as a ruler from wing to wing. Look at that big, beautiful butterfly. Back off! Uh-oh. Caterpillars and butterflies are a tasty snack for predators. Uh-oh. But they have tricks to keep the predators away. So boys and girls, let's think about it. Do you think a predator is a friend to the butterfly or is an enemy to the butterfly? The predators are enemies. So butterflies and caterpillars need to protect their bodies from their predators. And so caterpillars and butterflies both have ways that they can protect themselves. So let's read about them. Some hide using camouflage. Can you see the butterfly using its camouflage? It's right there. But it's tricky to see, so they do a great job of using their camouflage. Some can be deadly to eat. So if predators eat that caterpillar, they are not going to be safe. And some look like other things. Boys and girls, look at that caterpillar. Does that look like a caterpillar to you? I agree, it looks like a snake. bring butterflies to you. You can bring butterflies to your backyard. Make a garden, and butterflies will join. But first, ask an adult for help. And so here are some of the photographs that we saw in our book. So boys and girls, let's go through the stages of a butterfly one more time. So the first stage is an egg. Echo back one more time. Egg is stage number 1. Stage number 2 of a butterfly is a caterpillar. Echo back, caterpillar. Caterpillar, stage number 2. Stage number 3 is called a chrysalis. Echo back, chrysalis. The chrysalis is stage 3. And last but not least, the last stage of a butterfly is, of course, a butterfly. Echo back, butterfly. And then, boys and girls, because it is a life cycle, it starts all over. So butterflies, like we saw, will lay eggs, and then the life cycle will start again. So boys and girls, if we think about the stages that we learned of a butterfly, what stage are our caterpillars at? Are they at stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, or stage 4? They are at stage 2. So tomorrow in my next video, it will be our first video that we will be looking closely at our caterpillars and adding our observations in our journal. So we will be drawing our caterpillars and also writing sentences to describe what they look like at this stage 2. So I am so excited for you to begin journaling with me and my class, and I will see everybody tomorrow. Bye, friends.